Hey y'all, we're going to talk about fraction decimal percent today. First, I wanted to show you this really cute picture of Edie. Um, she is here with her cousin, and they're barking at something. I don't know what it was. They're like protecting. That's my mom's house, so their grandma. All right, so intro to percents, and y'all have probably seen percents somewhere before, but we're going to just do a little mini intro here. If I can get this screen to work right. Oh, that's so much better. All right, so if Edie wants a bone for 25 cents, how many pennies does she need? She would need 25 pennies or 25 100ths or 0.25, which is the same as 25% of a dollar. If the lollipop costs $1.50, how many cents is that? It's 150 pennies, right? Okay, so how many over 100? And what percentage of a dollar would 25 cents be? 25 cents is 1/4 of a dollar, which is equal to 25%. So if you look down here, and that's just our little intro, the value of a quarter is 25 cents. It's 25% of the value of a dollar because there are 25 cents for every 100. So you can see if we were to make this, take this and make it about the same. Let's see how good I can draw here. Okay, 25, 25, 25. We would get up to 100. So a percent is a ratio that compares a number to 100 and uses the symbol like that. So this says 45% is 45 out of 100. Okay, or 45 100ths. So how would we shade in 45 100? So we've got 100 on our grid. Okay, I'm gonna shade in 1, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. So that is 45%. Thanks. So let's try some practice ones over here. So 50%, okay, we're saying out of 100. So 50% is 50 out of 100, which is equal to, if we divide the top and the bottom by 50, we would get 1/2. So 1/2 is 50%. So you're going to shade in 1, 2, I want a different, I'm going to make that smaller. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see that half of this grid is shaded in. That's 50%. 75% is 75 over 100, which is the same as what? If we divide the top and the bottom by 25, how many quarters in a dollar? 4. 3/4 is worth 3. So we're going to shade in 75% here. So 1, that's too small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 75%. And you'll notice there's 25 left over. All right, so I'm going to start these for you and you're going to finish. So if I have 100 here, what am I going to put on the top? Notice how the percent is this number that is on top. And what can I divide this by? Try that once you get it. Same thing down here. So I'm going to want, we got a percent. Percent is going to be over 100. So think about what number I'm going to have to put here. And I will be able to divide the top and the bottom you're going to fill this in. All right, moving forward. Fractions to percents. To write a fraction as a percent, you can create an equivalent ratio. Remember, equivalent just means the same. An equivalent ratio with a denominator of, it has to be 100. Because remember, percent, when we think centimeters, we think 100. All right, 3/4. How do we get to a denominator of 100? What can you multiply 4 by to get to 100? 25. You can multiply the top and the bottom by 25. 3 times 25 is 25, 50, 75. So that would be 75%. 2/5. How can we get 2/5 up to 100? 5 times 20 we get us to 100 times 20. 2 times 20 is 40. So 2/5 is 40%. 3 times 10. How do we get to that to 100? 10 times what? Y'all are going to do this and then tell me how much percent. All right, to change a decimal to a fraction, we use the place value to determine the denominator. And from there, we can change it to a percent. So we have 2 place values, so that's like tenths and hundredths. So I need to put that over 100, change this decimal to a fraction. Think about what number goes up there, and that's going to give you your percent. Same thing over here. I got tenths, hundredths. So I need this to go over 100. Whatever number you have up here, that's going to be your percent right there. All right. So for repeating decimals, it's going to be a little different. And decimals with digits in the thousandths place. It's a little different. But it's really going to be the same thing. So 1/3. Remember, we've tried to shade in 1/3 before. So if we split this into a group of 3, there's 30, right? And if I split, so there's 1, there's that, and there's that. And then now if I do this, my purple, okay, I'm left with, I got 10 left over. And how do I split that evenly? So I could do a red, I could do 3 red, 3 purple, and 3 blue. But I still have 1 left over. So that's how we get that 1/3 is 33 or 0.333 repeating, because we have this left over that you would have to divide into thirds. Okay, so it's 0.3333333 repeating on forever and ever and ever. But we know this is about 33 hundredths, but it's really 33.3 repeating hundredths. So the percent is 33.3 repeating. All right, with 1/8, we've talked about this one too. So if we were to split this red into 4, so let's try 4s first. Okay, now we want to split it one more time into 8s. Okay, so I'm going to go right down here. Okay, now I have 8 equal parts. But here's the thing, is that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus I have this half, and this half, that's 11, 12, 12 and a half. So that is 12 and a half out of 100, which is why we usually write 125 thousandths. But how do we change that to a percent? Well, it's going to look just like that, 12.5%. And if you get stuck, a percent is just a decimal multiplied by 100. So when you multiply by 100, you move the place value of the digits up. It goes up because we're multiplying. So let's take a look. So if you have 1.25, if I move the place value up, I'm increasing it. So it's going to go, the decimal is going to move this way. 1, 2, and you're going to get 12.5%. Okay? Because it's increasing the place value. So instead of being a small teeny number like 12.5, we now have 12.5%. All right, y'all. Love you.